So this is the latest thing I've got going. Yeah, basically I'm keeping on trying to, I guess, develop a system of making things in ceramic from CAD, 3D printing, CNC milling, whatever, that is more streamlined. I'm looking at things that I could take out of the diet. The latest incarnation is like a double-sided mother mold. So these are notches for plaster working molds, and so the idea behind this is that you take this collar. I have a little refining to do. Just tape that up or whatever, cast that, and then turn it upside down and cast what is essentially a spare. This is where the liquid clay goes into and then gets poured back out. We'll see how it goes. One thing that I wanted to, like in my previous incarnations with the mold making with 3D printing, I put the fillets in to the CAD, and in this case this was glued on afterwards, so it was printed flat, and then there was a recess that I placed this in, glued it, put the fillet around by hand with body filler, and then shaped it by hand and refined the 3D printing a little bit. And I do the fillets by hand now, whether I add the piece on or it's just a transition, because in the FDM 3D printing, it's not good enough, and you always get these micro undercuts, and it's very annoying for your mold to grab in your mold on your mother. So what I've done is, what I'll do with this as well is put the fillets in, then give it a light spray with like what are the kids using these, like Montana graffiti paint, and that fills in the micro undercuts. I give it a little light sanding, do the fillets with the body filler, and then I'll put a light coating of acrylic graffiti paint, and then that'll make it slippery enough to really be able to release a whole bunch of molds quite easily. Now what that's saving is, I've seen a lot of people casting silicone onto the other iteration of this to get a silicone version of this that just peels away really easily, and that's all fine and well, but that's a lot of time. Silicone is really expensive, and unless you're making like loads and loads of molds, I don't really see why you would bother. So that's kind of the crazy shit that I'm getting up to right now. This object will be cast once and then cast again, put together in opposite, and then it'll roll around and turn corners and stuff, just kind of a prototype option. But I wanted to work on this kind of system of taking molds and see if it works.